Okay, I think I get what you're saying. We shouldn't be, inconsiderate of people's feelings, and we shouldn't be discounting their experiences. That's not what I'm saying or advocating. So where this idea comes from is from a book by Abigail Schreier, which I believe it just came out this year, if not this year, last year, and it's revolutionary. I don't think there's been another book of its kind. And what it says is that the generation that raised my generation and the last few generations, we've been so focused on our feelings, and our like the Gen X and stuff. They said, I'm going to make sure that my children are so emotionally intelligent, and we're going to focus on feelings, and we're going to do emotional check-ins, and we're going to send kids to therapy and stuff all the time. And I mean, I'm exaggerating that a little bit, right? But there's just significantly more children in therapy now, and yet our mental health crisis is so much worse. So the example she gives is when she moved away from her home. She went off to college across the country. She started going to therapy literally because she needed a friend. Like she had like a negative experience, and so she went to therapy, and then she kept going because she needed a friend. What she found that she was actually doing is she was looking for things throughout the week that went wrong so that she had something to talk about in therapy. So this concept is called ruminating, when we're ruminating on the negative things that happened to us. And so the way that applies here is if we're ruminating on negative things that happened to us in a religious situation, and we're not putting it into perspective of, okay, was that the religion, or was that a person that either was not acting in accordance to the religion, or were they just really bad at communicating it? And they weren't actually trying to be malicious. They were just, like I said, bad at communicating. And because of the place that I was at that time, I took it as malicious. But looking back now, I can see that it wasn't. Anyway, there's a lot of things that can go in on that, right? So the whole point of that book, and what I kind of wanted to generate with this conversation, is that the solution is to build up emotional and mental resilience. So if we're building up our personal emotional and mental resilience, then we are less likely to get trauma. Because I'm not saying that trauma isn't real. She says that the trauma is real, and I say that the trauma is real. What we're both saying is that the hyper focus on sensitivity and feelings is actually causing more trauma than it's preventing. And so the solution is to build up our personal and emotional personal resilience, and that makes it so that we can have conversations without it triggering each other, and making it so that we can move forward and we can heal, and we just have a better, more stable, peaceful society. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at.